Okay, so I'm just coming back from the gym, but I want to see if I can go ahead and express some things from off the top of my mind. In the prior video, I was explaining to you all that even in our deliberate intending, this newfound knowledge, this understanding that I'm coming into, which I've slightly thought of before, but I never stepped fully into until now. Even in our deliberate intending to create our own reality, it is an efforting to change. I want you to think about everything that you've experienced prior to learning about manifestation. You never purposely affirmed, visualized, meditated, or anything like that in order to experience those experiences. You were just living your life. You were learning new things through repetition. You were learning new things through repetition. You were learning new perspectives through repetition, and witnessing those perspectives manifest. You've acclimated to these different beliefs and ideas and certainties that you abide by within yourself because of that. And thank you, awareness, for the verbiage. I need you all to understand that even then, this was automatic. It's not something that you did on purpose. But now that you know better, you can do it on purpose. But I am telling you, we need to be intentional, but as subtle as we were when we weren't doing it on purpose. See, we didn't try to get the experiences. We were just living. We were just being. But now that you know how it works, in order to just be, I want you to practice being aware of all of it. I want you to be aware of those moments when you feel like you need to affirm. I want you to be aware of those moments when you feel like you need to visualize something. I want you to be aware of those moments when you feel like you even need to be still. I want you to now take it a step further. We're stepping up a notch, okay? We've been still. We know how to be still. We've been convinced. We're convicted that we are the creators of our reality. We know this. We know that awareness is all, the be all, the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end. Okay? This is this ever presence, always there, never ending awareness. You can be what is known as meta aware. Okay? And it's endless. Think about it. Beginning and end, alpha and omega. Endless. It's infinite. You can be aware that you're aware of being aware that you're aware of being aware that you're aware of being aware that, like, do you understand me? But we are just going to go up a notch and be aware that we are aware of these thoughts. And if you can take it a step, go as far back as you can. Play with it. It's you. It's who you actually are for real. I think that the deeper in it you go, and the more you choose it, through repetition is the king of learning. Through repetition of choosing this, whether you have a good thought, a negative thought, and this is not being calm and still and boring and plain. This is just being aware. I'm still living my life. I just came from the gym. Doesn't mean that I wasn't aware of me being aware while I was at the gym. Certain thoughts come up. Whether it was good or bad, I made sure to choose my awareness even through that. Because what I'm teaching my nervous system right now is that I am not any of those things. I'm not that. I am not the negative thought. I am not the positive thought. I am not the thought to do the affirmation. I am not the thought to do any of these efforting. I am the stillness behind it. I am the stillness just before all of that. That is just calm, cool, and collected. And it's not worried about any of it because it is fulfillment itself. So like that, I am going to be that. And instead of identifying with any of these thinkings, not robbing myself of the positive ones, because I don't want you to think that because you're just observing your positives that you can't feel and enjoy a positive thought. Feel and enjoy it, but admire the fact that you can be aware that you are enjoying this positive thought. And even still, the purpose of you doing this is so that you can recognize more and more and more that space just before everything, because that's who you truly are. That ever-present, always aware. Awareness. It's always there. That's you. That's who you are for real. I want you to sit in your awareness when you feel uncomfortable in emotions. This is emotional intelligence. The better you get at this, you'll learn to sit in things and you will observe before you react. To react is easy. It is a skill to be an observer. It takes stillness. It takes practice. It takes repetition of stillness. Repetition of practicing stillness. In order to understand this, to really feel where I'm coming from. It's just like the example that I gave you all. Rather you say your name in your mind or out of your mouth, if I ask you what is your name, you still know it. Be aware of that knowing and stay there. Oh my God. If you just stay there. Keep practicing and playing with that. I want you to familiarize yourself with that space, because that space is pure awareness. That space is fulfillment. That space is where your shit is. That space is your desire. All of the thoughts that come up in your mind, they come up because you are your desires. It is because you desire something. If it is a negative thought of fear or worry or concern, it's because you desire to feel the opposite of that fear, worry, doubt, or concern. Even if it is positive and it feels good, it is still coming from a desire, because it is something, whether it be tangible or just for the sense of feeling good, it is for the sense of having the desire to feel good. There is an awareness in all of it, because that's where it comes from. It all comes from the same space, which is where your desires come from, which is from awareness, stillness, ease, comfort, certainty, clarity. Thank you for the verbiage, awareness. I've been trying to get this shit out of my brain to y'all for days. And I guess I just needed to feel it more myself to really process it. And that last video that I made really helped. So, it feels so good to get that out. I don't even need to watch this one to know. You see what I mean? I knew that the other ones just fell off. And I'm not putting out no half-ass video. Even the one prior is kind of, because it's just not enough. But I just wanted to say something, But this, yeah. I'm sticking the landing on this one, for sure. I can feel it. I know my energy when I know. But that's what I want to tell you guys. I want you to choose that more and more. Practice that. Even right now, as I'm making this video and I'm talking to you all, I am aware that I am aware of me in the camera right now. I am aware of me being aware that I am in this car right now. I can identify that there is a space just before my idea to see something, or there's a space just before I go to hear what I can hear. Remember in my videos when I was telling you all to choose or utilize the things, I always tell you this, utilize the things that you already have. You already have 5 senses. Some of us 6. You all have 5 senses. Utilize those 5 senses. I don't want to go into that because I'm saying some of us is really all of us and more than that. But that's a whole nother video. I'm just thinking. Use those things so that you can ground yourself into your now, and then be aware that you are aware of what you're hearing. Be aware that you are aware of what you can see. Be aware that you are aware of what you can smell, what you can taste, what you can touch. You know, like, just filter through your senses and really ground yourself in the moment. Because when you can do that, it's a really good feeling. And it goes back to this mantra that I was speaking of earlier, and it's, I effortlessly and comfortably reside in the security of my being. I effortlessly and comfortably reside in the security of my being. That awareness is always secure. It's always cool, calm, and collected despite whatever it is that you're going through. And as you're going through these things, certain thoughts are going to arise, because as you experience these circumstances, resistance is like asking. Abraham Hicks taught me that. When you go through resistance, you are asking, and it is immediately answered, because all of creation is finished. So for every question, there is an answer. For every problem, there is a resolve, whether you know the resolve or not. There's a lot of things that we didn't know, but now we do. There was no solution for, you know, being able to contact someone outside of your home, outside of having a house phone. We got cell phones now, though. You get what I'm saying? So whether you know of it or not, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. The cell phone solution always existed, way before the house phone was even invented. Are you with me? This is all happening already. It is all done. It is all complete. It is all finished. It is all going to be what it's going to be anyway. You do not make anything happen out here. You are just the navigator. And that's what I'm teaching you, to navigate. I am teaching you how to navigate so that you can maneuver through your reality. If you cannot reach for this certainty, this peace, this stillness, this grace, this comfort, this security within your being that I want you to reach for simply by, this is how you reach for it, simply by being aware that you are aware of whatever the hell is coming up within you internally. I don't care if it's a positive thought, a negative thought, a positive feeling, or a negative feeling. Any commentary, any action, any effort or idea that you want to do, I want you to be aware that you are aware of them as many times as you can. As many times as you can remember, oh, can I be aware right now in this moment? Just take a minute and pause and see how many times can you reach for the recognition of being aware that you are aware in this moment. That's it. Everything else will happen on its own. It's all automatic from there. I don't need you to understand this right now. I don't need you to fully comprehend. You don't have to believe anything, because awareness is going to create regardless. And awareness is going to show you who it is regardless. And when you reach for awareness over and over through repetition, you are identifying as awareness. And awareness is what again, you guys? Fulfillment. And what are we trying to fulfill? Our desires. So if we are choosing this, we are in essence, not even in essence, because you are choosing to be aware that you are aware, you are rising above all illusions. illusions of thought, illusion of circumstance, illusion of emotions. Those things that keep you of the world and not the observer of the world. You are not of the world. You are the observer of the world. I want you to be more observant of the fact that you are being of the world. Because the more you peep it, the more you can get a gap between you and that 3D reality that's got you in a chokehold. The thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, the circumstances. I want you to be aware of you being aware of what's happening in your circumstances too. In the moment that they're happening. You getting cussed the fuck out? I want you to be aware that you're aware of being cussed the fuck out right now. Do not fall for the trap. That's not. Separate. You are that space in between that knows that. Because if you can be aware of that in that moment, you'll start to learn that I can be aware of any fucking thing. I can choose to go fucking somewhere else up top while you fucking cussing me the hell out. It doesn't matter. I'm counting hundreds. Like, I'm so serious. It may sound crazy, but I am so serious. Do not let that circumstance hinder you or keep you from your focus. But because some of you are so of the world, them cussing you out, you want to cuss them back out. And listen, I'm only telling you this because I could be of the world too. I be quitting cussing motherfucker out. Please. I defend. Never attack, but I will defend. Okay? So yeah, absolutely not. I'm standing my ground 10 toes down about whatever. With whoever, whatever, about whatever. That's just who I am. And I'm aware that that is, a thing. I'm aware that I am labeling that. I'm aware that I'm aware of that. It's an identity that I've acclimated to for over 35 years now. Just about. Coming up this May 19th, by the way. Go Taurus. I can't wait. But yeah, you guys, I really, really wanted you all to understand that. I think it's so important. And if you can choose it more, it'll make more sense. And the more you choose it, there is a natural bliss that is going to arise from it. And don't do it to try to make something happen. I want you to do it because I really want you to recognize just how often these things come up and you clench up. And the reason I want you to be aware that you are aware of this clenching now is so that you can, if you are aware that you are being aware of this, then what is this? What's that that's aware of? Who's this? I'm aware of being aware that I'm clenching. Who the hell is this? It's just space. This is everything before it. And come on, y'all with me? You paying attention? Like, am I making sense? Please comment in the comment section below. There's a video that I want to share with you all, but I'm trying to see how I can watch it with you and kind of like pause, and then I could put my 2 cents in, and I'm gonna figure it out. But I think it'll be fun and it'll be engaging, and I want you all to like put videos or links of different videos that may kind of piggyback on what I'm saying, or maybe you're watching other channels about stillness and we can dissect it together. I'm gonna figure out how to do those like picture-in-picture videos so that we can watch the YouTube videos together, and then I'll pause and put my 2 cents in. They'll probably be long, so make them like maybe those 15-minute, no more than 20-minute videos, because we want to break them down. So hopefully it'll be no more than 40 minutes at the most. But I want to know these perspectives of being and stillness and mindfulness, and yeah, I don't know. And it's not for the sake of like, because someone did mention where they're no longer watching a bunch of videos, and I do understand that, because sometimes you can consume so much information that you get, analysis paralysis, and then you don't act, you're just consuming. But this is out of a state of curiosity now. because I'm living this already. Like, I'm choosing this on a day-to-day basis, on a moment-to-moment basis, and I'm making it my duty to do so for the sake of just simply feeling and holding this being that I know I am being right now. I can't even, there is a desire within me that I am being. And because I'm so still, because I'm so aware, and sorry if I'm looking off, because I'm really like, I don't know if there's like detectives or police officers up here. Ain't it something like when you looking up, or I don't know how it goes, but I'm really like, I be reaching for the verbiage. That really be, I promise that's really what I'm doing. But yeah, like, it's really out of curiosity. I want to know the different perspectives. I love perspective. I want to get that tatted on me. I'm so serious. I want the word, like, perspective, the way that it looks in the dictionary on my arm or something. I'll probably get it like right here, something like that. But or maybe I'll get it here, something. I'm gonna figure it out. Something right here, something like that. Something. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm just fascinated with perspectives and ideas and the way that people think, because based on how they think and what they're abiding by, their reality has conformed, and it shows in their experiences. And I love that. I don't know, I just, call me a geek. I'm into it. But yeah, I just want you to choose it more, and it feels good. And every time you choose it, this is not me. When I say mantra, I effortlessly and comfortably reside in the security of my being. I'm saying that only after reaching for the fact that I am aware of being aware. It instantly puts me in the mind that if I'm aware of being aware, then this, whatever this is, good, bad, I'm indifferent. First of all, that's what I'm identifying as, because awareness is neutral. It is indifferent. That is why it's so still, why it is so calm. We are neutralizing these things so that we can arrive. We are neutralizing them for the sake of rising above them. Because if we keep saying that they are bigger or better than us, I can only have this if I feel positive. I can't have this if I think negative. We're forever going to have these limits. And I want you to neutralize them by being aware that you are aware when you have a negative one, and you are aware when you have a positive one. I'm aware that I'm aware of a positive one. I am aware that I am aware of a negative one. So that they then fall flat, because the more you choose this. I told you all about repetition. Go back. Go to my channel and go to the videos and find the repetition video. Through the repetition of choosing this meta awareness, the chokehold, the important level, the attachment to the both of them will dissipate. Because you will begin to recognize through this repetition more and more and more who you actually are, which is not those things. And that's going to build. We build it up, you know? It's going to build up. I'm being silly right now. I'm always so hyped after the gym. Excuse me. But we're going to build it up through momentum because of repetition. Let's go back to the basics, babies. Through repetition, it's going to build a momentum, and you are going to notice an ease, a comfort, a lightheartedness. I did hopscotch today at the fucking farmer's market. I can't tell you the last time I hopscotched. Because I'm just cool. I'm good. I feel like a child. And that's kind of like what you're going to realize more and more. You start to let these things go. Because as kids, we weren't so... We would think whatever is happening right now because we just so fascinated with having fun. So much so we didn't even want to take naps. Remember that? And now we old when we would kill for a nap. But as kids, we just now. And pets are like the same thing. Now. Especially puppies. Now. They're just like, everything's now. They're not attached to, oh Lord, I gotta fucking pay the rent. And I know that these things, they are important. Trust me, I know. But if they are keeping you in a chokehold, you will forever be in a limit. And if you are limited by this thinking, then how can I raise you above them so that you can get the fuck what you want? How can I get you to surpass them if I don't get you to choose to be who you actually are more than these things, so that we can slow the momentum down on the energy behind the thinking and the chokehold activity that you have with this type of thinking, whether it be positive or good. Because sometimes y'all are so addicted to positive because somebody told you that you got to feel perfect and always happy-go-lucky to get what you want. And I am telling you to even slow the fuck down on that, because it's not true. God is neutral. Who you are is neutral. Be that so you can rise above this importance that you've labeled on both of these, negative and positive, so you can be the fulfillment that you actually are and surpass this shit. Surpass all of the things that you've experienced that comes with this type of thinking, with this type of holding on to. Let loose of the grip. It is the gripping that keeps you in the same reality over and over again. For my people that are experiencing loops like myself, this is why I'm able to understand this now. You know how many times I've been here? Ask anybody that knows me. It's an endless loop, and I'm so appreciative for it. Don't get it twisted. I needed to witness it over and over and over again, because when would the light bulb go off? When would I have gotten to know it or comprehend it the way that I do now? If I never would have witnessed that. Why does this shit keep happening to me? It is because I've identified with a certain way of thinking. An expectancy through repetition. I have manifested an expectancy from this way of thinking, therefore rendering me a manifestation of it being true over and over and over again. Now, me who I am currently, smart enough to know that that is just a label. And I am now aware of it when it comes up. I can see it, therefore I am being aware that I see it, and sitting in that space. That is not it. That's who I am. That's who we all are. That extension of God that's in everything that exists, even in the fucking plants, the wind, everything that exists, the water, everything that exists, you, an ant, everything that exists, even items, because I've told you all, this was an idea in someone's mind first. It was a vibration. Before there were cars, where were they at? How did they get out here? Somebody, ding, the light bulb went off for them. It existed vibrationally first. It was always internal. It's always internal first before it becomes external. Somebody had to get an idea internally first before the car actually came out here in the world. Now we're not whipping horses, we got vehicles because someone had an idea. Same with phones, electricity, everything. We evolve. As we evolve, so does our world. Coincidence? I think not. Our ideas get better. Because the prior ideas created better environments for better ideas, which create better environments for even better ideas. You get what I'm saying? It's just a continuation. That's what we came here to do. To evolve. There's an end goal, I'm sure. What it is, I honestly think it's heaven on earth. That's what it is. To me. Because if more people realize that they are responsible for their own realities, they would be less worried about everybody else's. It'll reduce crime so much. Jealousy, hate, for what? You would be so focused on governing yourself to get your stuff in order. Now, if everybody really just knew that, they would be self-governing, returning to self internally so that they can really live how they prefer, and it will be less conflict or worry or concern about everybody else, because you would know that we all come from the same source. So it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what one has that the other one doesn't. If anything, it will serve as an example that great, that means that they were able to go within themselves, and I'm capable of doing that just like them, so I know I can do it too. That's how we should see it. That's how I see it. To be jealous of anything, me personally, I think that is to be aware of an energy that you do not like those things. That's what you just bounce back to the universe. I am jealous. This makes me uncomfortable. I don't like these good things that this person is getting that I'm not. You just gave that back, so we're not giving you none of that because apparently you don't like those types of things. That's what you just said, by being jealous. It's not worth it. Celebrate people's wins, always, no matter what. Be happy, genuinely happy for people, truly. Because when you celebrate them, it shows that, look, I like that. I like what you did for that other version of me. Get what I'm saying? So now you're reflecting, oh, she likes that type of stuff. That made her genuinely happy. I felt the love and the bubbled up inside of me come from that. Like, and you magnetize things that match that instead of that yucky, icky feeling of jealousy. You was just, you know what I'm saying? Get rid of those things. They do not serve you. And be aware that you are aware when you have those moments of jealousy. I don't know who that's for, but there you go. But I'm going to go upstairs. I need to shower. I think I've said as much as I could possibly say. Again, I've been trying to get that out for a very long time, so I'm really happy that I did. I want to thank you all for watching so much and sticking with me as I navigate through my life. That's all I'm doing. I'm just navigating through my life and watching God in action right before my eyes, reporting live from the stillness. That's it. I've just been being still, and up until maybe 2 days ago, I've been just reaching for being aware that I'm aware, and that has like just catapulted so much resonance within me, so much comprehension, more clarity. And you would think, like, every time I think that I understand something, when I sit in that understanding, I understand something else. Or just when I think it gets easy, it's even easier. I thought just choosing my inhales and stuff, you know, from the other video that I did was easy. But even that isn't efforting. So I started to be aware that I'm aware of me wanting to even choose my breath. That means I'm trying to make something happen still. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to keep doing that. And then I started to notice that it dissipated. And a lot of other things started to kind of like fall off too. And I just feel lighter. I don't know. It's so weird. It's so, I don't know. I am having a really good time just observing and witnessing all of this, to be honest. Like just peeping all of it and like really watching how it all unfolds and peeping the dots as they connect right before my eyes, and knowing that because I'm so aware and in this space, like I'm kind of maneuvering, and I can go one way, and if it feels like, I'll observe that it feels like, you know, I'm observing that I'm aware that it feels like, and then I can then pause and reflect right there, and I can choose to identify as my security and just back off, and then trust that I'll be moved if I need to go that way. Or I can identify with it and then choose to say, you know what, how about I go over here instead? And then even in that, I am aware that I am aware of making the choice to go over here instead. Because again, I am not the thinking to do these things. I am the stillness just before it, where it actually came from, which is God. Ooh, I mean, I ain't got no more now. That's it. I'm tired. Y'all making my brain hurt. I'm reaching. It's in there, and I'm digging. I hope it was enough. Later. Thank you for watching.